Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where, well, I mean, it's equal numbers, but don't really think that the German Baltic Cruiser Squadron is really going to fare particularly well. Nope. Yeah. Now then, let's see if we can't find these cruisers. Still no sign of them. Destroyer hasn't arrived yet, so cloaking devices will be effective. Yeah, if you use a different username on Twitch and YouTube, then it will be slightly confusing. Huge damage on that ship already. Turned into scrap. A very fast destroyer. Only takes one hit though. There goes the heavy. Right, open season on everything else. Ooh. What was that from? Yeah, ooh. I was looking for a launch and I didn't see one. Maybe just being blind. No. Gonna take two. How's the merch link? I am working on merch, but it's not quite ready yet. I don't think. You'll know when I'm doing merch because I'll be wearing it. Still got a few ideas. If you've got a good idea for t-shirt, mug, stuff, that sort of thing, if you head over to the Discord, there is a little suggestion board. But yes, I am working on it. It's going to be something for 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Actually, how am I up to on Twitch these days? One and a half thousand. That's pretty good. Followers, not subscribers. That would be insane. Right, there we go. Took a couple of talks because I wasn't paying attention. maybe I have. Maybe I've gone viral. I doubt it somehow. What are we at? Time of recording. 9,127. So we're getting there. Now my aim was to reach 10,000 by the end of 2022. So, looking on track. Goodbye, German cruisers. Yeah, they're smaller than us. Cut you down to size. They're doing an Artemis launch. Presumably an uncrewed test flight. Although, if they do it, is that SLS plus the Orion crew capsule? Uncrewed, I'm assuming. What's the flight plan? They're going to do Apollo 8, figure of 8 around the moon and come back. Full uncrewed first launch. Okay, so it's probably... Well, they might do the Apollo 8, but they're probably not. They're probably just going to do a couple of low Earth orbits and then deorbit again, I would imagine. But if they do the Apollo 8 flight, which is a Earth-Moon transfer, go around the moon, free return, and back, that'd be kind of cool. Because no big things have done that for a while. Oh, they are doing that. They are doing the Apollo 8 flight plan. Well, that's very cool. Free return, I'm assuming. Artemis 1. Yeah, I should do some Kerbal again, shouldn't I? Kerbal 2 doesn't seem to be coming out anytime soon. Maybe when I get the new PC, I'll do some Kerbal. Artemis 1. Yes, I will definitely watch it. Depends what time it's on, of course. And if they delay, they tend to, you know, delayed. Oh, no, they're not doing a free return. So it's a little bit more complicated than the Apollo 8 mission. They're actually going to go into a retrograde orbit around the moon, do a few circuits, and then come back, because they're going to deploy some satellites. And then, yeah, Artemis 2 will be a crewed lunar flyby. So the actual Apollo 8, but with crew on board. And Artemis 3 will be a landing. Very cool. When is it? It is scheduled for the 29th of August 2022. So the past, if you're watching this on YouTube, at 12:33 UTC. So GMT. It's fine, Nage. It's fine. Yeah, let's talk Kerbal. Yeah, I need to do some Kerbal again. I mean, is Kerbal 2 even coming out anytime soon? But Kerbal Space Program 2, they got a release date. Early 2023. Okay. Yeah, they're not actually adding anything to Kerbal 2 that I find particularly interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but it's not like, oh my god, I must have that. What I'm really actually excited about is improvements in the engine. Improvements to the engine and performance, and yeah, it'll be fun to try it out. But I mean, I could just play Kerbal well, because I mean the stuff they're adding is like Orion drives, hab modules for build. There's a lot about building bases, which I was never huge into anyway. Planetary colonies, interstellar travel. That's all like future tech. I actually prefer Kerbal with current gen tech. I quite like that, and just exploring the solar system. That's fine with me. No, fight to the end. goodbye to your little cruiser. We now have a new destroyer, the Destroyer 3. Interesting. Right, let's get a fleet assembled to head back to the Baltic. How are the PC plans coming along? So, case, I've got. Cooling, I've got. Cooling and fans is all done. It's actually in the case already. I've got the power supply. That's also fitted in the case, but it's a modular one, so I haven't hooked up any of the cables or anything. And that's about it. So still waiting on motherboard, CPU, RAM, hard disk, GPU. And all money from my Patreon, hint, hint, plug, plug. Link in the description of all that. Is going to go towards a new PC. And of course there are other ways to help monetarily. If you feel so inclined, but if you're on YouTube and you're seeing this, just watch the video again at 0.5 speed. And that'll do the trick. Right, it's the Hornet. Let's try the same trick. Using her as a spotter. Although this time it's an enemy battleship. So a little bit tougher. Yeah, like in Kerbal, I enjoy doing lunar landings, doing a mission to Mars or Dres is all very interesting, and then doing uncrewed missions to most of the other stuff. Like I've never done crewed missions to. I've never done a lot of stuff in Kerbal, like especially crewed stuff, like crewed to Venus. And never tried doing that. I've landed on Gilly. Like I've done crewed to Venus or whatever it's called in the game. But yeah, I've not done everything in Kerbal 1. Maybe I should play Kerbal again, get all the mods sorted out. But yeah, definitely a new computer thing, I think. Ow. Torpedoes. You've got a shot, you can fire them. There we go. Get out. Good job though. Bit of initial harassment. Let's get away until the torpedoes are loaded again. I mean, she dodged them, of course, but... Put her on notice. Ultimate Admiral Kerbal. Yeah, I mean... would be interesting if you could, like... I think my ideal would be... I mean... It's like, oh, space is 3D combat. Yeah, well, there's some space sci-fi space combat that's 2D. Namely, Battlefleet Gothic. Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts meets Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Where you can build your own ships. Or, well, it doesn't have to be like that, but a similar 2D space or limited 3D space combat game would be very cool. Like just it's in space and you have railguns and stuff. Yeah, could be very cool. That, I mean, a mod. You could probably make a mod for Dreadnoughts that did something like that. you know, replace the sea with a you know, transparent layer, so it's just not there. Change the skybox to starfields, and yeah, have your ships be spaceships. Sure, why not? I think that would be really cool. And yeah, then yeah, exactly. And then the AI can have cloaking devices. Yeah, that would definitely be a very cool mod. Oh, whoa, 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 oh, whoa! Wait, what's the turret? Blew off. How did that happen? Yeah, 12 inch gun. I was just wondering if the destroyer had somehow managed it. He does have torpedoes loaded, almost. Torpedoes away. Miss. Still, it's keeping the Brandenburg broadside on. Oof. Oh, lovely. Right through the casement. But I mean, these small dreadnoughts have been absolutely sensational. And this is a cheap ship, 30 million. Okay, the German one's even cheaper, but it's crap. You know, 20,000 ton dreadnought. They're pretty decent. Down she goes. Oh, right before the Hornet sank, because she just took a huge hit. Oh, that was lucky. Or unlucky, but I mean the ship survived. She's going to need a tow. Right. There's really only a single battleship in the Baltic. Oh yeah, because I've got all this lot here, sitting here. Right. Let's go. How are we doing, Germany? Yeah, no, saved by the battle ending. Ooh. Yeah, their GDP is cratering. They don't have negative growth anymore, though, which is something. Building 30 ships, that's expensive. Unless they're all destroyers. Yeah, we've got our little class of 3 on the way. First super dreadnoughts. Well, for us anyway. Don't know about the other nations. I'm sure they do. They have been working on them. Britain's joining the war. Fantastic. Hornet has low crew. There you go. We have plenty of crew, I think. Yeah, crew pools. Absolutely fine. And what have we got? A lone battleship fighting a couple of cruisers. Alright, let's get into it. No destroyer to spot for us, sadly. Yeah, you're right, Trevor. Every time you load the game, the add crew box gets unticked. And I think other things untick it as well. I mean, it should be ticked by default, really. The same with the avoid. I'd like this to be off by default rather than on. That ship is ruined. Yep, there we go. That was a heavy cruiser. Bloody hell. Just absolutely wrecked. Pick up the line. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh my god. Yeah, blown up the main magazine, which breaks the ship's back. Yeah, that's true, Cumbrian. I mean, looking at it. I mean, we know that the whole map is coming in the next update, but we don't know who's going to be playable. But yeah, if you look at Russia, they're going to be interesting because, like Austro-Hungary, these ports are pretty much bottled up, and yet coming into the Baltic to blockade the Germans is going to annoy the Russians. But as well, they'll have some stuff down here in the Black Sea, which, I mean, Austro-Hungary, Britain, and or Italy or France can very easily block them up by sticking a fleet in the Aegean. But in order to do so, they might piss off one of the others. Same with Spain as well. Spain, not really thought of as a naval power, but of course the game starts in 1890, when they still had a navy worth talking about. So yeah, and they'll still have their colonial empire as well, or bits of it. So yeah, I think Spain is a very underrated nation. They have some really cool stuff. Like they were the first nation to get the small dreadnought. They've also got a modern battleship 2 that can fit 20-inch guns, or it used to be able to, which is a rather nasty surprise. Is it 18s? Anyway, it can fit much bigger guns than you expect. We don't know, Lady Felicity, if America and Japan are going to be playable. I'm going to guess that they will be. I'm going to guess that in the next update, all nations will be playable, because otherwise they wouldn't bother expanding that map all the way out to the whole world. But it could be that we're getting the whole map. But, I mean, Spain and Russia could be playable in the current build, but they're not. I mean, if they do say, yeah, all 10 powers are playable, that'd be very cool. But it might be the case that they only add some. And if they add some, I imagine it's going to be USA and Japan. And China, Russia, Spain will stay kind of... And the fifth one. Don't know. Anyway, and then yeah. Yeah, you'll have Vladivostok and no, so let's see. We've got Britain, France, Italy, Austria, and Germany currently. Spain and Russia are in, like, they're there, but they're not playable. And then, yeah, you have the three. So you have America, and then you have Japan, and then you have China. Those are the 10 playable major powers. Turkey is possibly a minor, and we were chatting about that earlier. Like, what might happen with minor nations. They might have, yeah, like the Ottomans, with a small fleet of some sort. Which would be very cool, because you'd have to worry about annoying them, or, you know, Russia makes a move against the Ottomans, and then the European powers like, no, you don't, and come in against them, which is basically Crimean War scenario. Britain wants to become our ally. Sure. The famous Austro-Hungarian British alliance returns. Yes, good. Yeah, German economy seems to have stabilised, but it's still far below what it once was. It used to be up around 70 or 80 billion in terms of GDP. Look at Britain, 100 billion. Good grief. I mean, we've been doing a good job growing ours, but it's still pretty small. 1705. Yes, that'll be a real challenge playing Britain on a global map, because, yeah, they're going to have a lot of things that they're going to have to worry about. Singapore. Yeah, India, you know, Sri Lanka, or Ceylon as it would have been called in this period. Suez, the Falklands, the Caribbean, especially if you end up in a war with the USA. You're going to have to worry about, I don't know how they'll handle Canada and the Dominions. There'll probably be miners that are allied to Britain or something. But, yeah, there's a lot to worry about as the UK. You'll need ships everywhere. So, yeah, you'll have the biggest fleet, but it'll be very hard to kind of coalesce them. I will write down that name, Robbo. Thank you very much for the resub. The Hierophant. For a battle cruiser. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I better not lose Australia with the number of Aussie viewers I've got. Right, we've unlocked the the Dreadnought 3. So I think rather than continuing to waffle on, I'm going to do some ship design, because we have 14-inch guns, which is perfect for kind of super dreadnoughts. We've got the 3 Francis class under construction. Makes perfect sense that we would look at a new design, an improved design. Although, wait a minute, we already have the Dreadnought 3. What do you want about, game? It said new hulls unlocked Dreadnought 3. We've already got that hull. Am I going mad? Yeah, we already unlocked that hull ages ago. Yeah, new hull available, Dreadnought 3. It's unlocked by 2 different techs. That was me thinking we're getting a new one. Boo. Hiss. I totally would have. But what? Yeah, war continues. I might actually try and Super Beast now. mean, we're blockading them. How is their economy going up? It makes no sense. I could, but like the thing with campaigns, particularly if you're playing on legendary difficulty, 6-inch Mark IIIs, you really have to use your resources wisely. And yeah, I could blow millions on a new class of ship, but unless that new class of ship is giving me something, something better than the previous class, then it's not worth it. And just don't. Not building ships is just as important as building them. They've replaced replaced their leader again. You know what? We'll chat. We'll do some heavy damage to that destroyer. We'll talk. Let's talk, Germany. What are your terms? We're at 74,000 victory points to your 1,800. What's your offer? Peace. Yeah, you will come to the table. Give me Heligoland. And $500 million. Although it'll be slightly under. Yes! Amazing. Perfection. I require nothing else from you, Germany. You have nothing else of interest. Yeah, I know. They hardly ever give it over. It depends on how much money it is, how likely they are to hand it over. Let's build a destroyer for it, and of course, H class. You know what it's going to be called. Build a new Hornet, and this is going to be the Helgoland. Although it should be like a battleship or something, but no, the Helgoland is good. Oh, you want to call it the Herman? Okay, we'll call a new a new battleship the Helgoland. In fact, you know what? Let's build another Francis class. This one will be the Helgoland. There you go. Done. Oh my goodness. But yes, we'll bring our fleets back and sort out the post-war budget. Military crisis in Paraguay. Sure, can afford it. Send a cruiser to keep an eye on them to Paraguay, because that's something that the Austro-Hungarians would do. It's only over there somewhere. So, in terms of politics, how are we ending up? Yeah, we're still negative with Germany, but everyone else loves us. Everyone else thinks that we are the best, which is, of course, true. I know. How are they causing trouble in Paraguay? I don't know. Delays and disruption of ship construction contracts. I'm tempted by the piss off option. I don't need to go for it. Yeah, everything else costs money. Yeah, that's the government's problem, not ours. Right, is everything back in port yet? No, this fleet's still on the way. But we can start getting anything that is... Oh, the Francis is finished. Okay, she should... Oh no, she's already got a trained crew. She can go on to limited. The rest of you. Limited. Yeah, I think we'll be able to afford the fleet and the building program once The rest of the fleet returns. Oh, I can't keep too much there because there's only like 8,000 tons of ships that you can keep there. There's 2 destroyers in bullet. One of you should be in Kataro, sorry. Germany. It's like, we want compensation. Yeah, no. I think not. What are you going to do about it exactly? Right, you two limited. You're lot limited, and apparently we have something at sea. Ah, this is the Kronprinzen. Oh, positive money again. That's good. Whoa, we have so much money. 2.7 billion. I wish there was a way that we could kind of pump that into GDP growth investment. Obviously there are. You sometimes get events that allow you to do that. The Herman is finished. She is here. Well, we have to establish the Helgoland presence. Wave the flag. And all that. Oh no. It's a peace. Oh, war. Although... Ooh, improved cap ballistics. That's very nice. I'm going to see if I can get to 1920 before I start worrying about refits and things. Basically, let the Helgoland finish, and then I'll do refits of everything. That's probably how I'll approach it. What are we getting in big guns? Mark 1 16-inch. That's not very interesting. Armor forging, sloped. Turbo electrics, they're too expensive. More funnels, because of course. Bigger destroyers. Anti-flash 4, that's going to be nice. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Relations are actually improving. During engine breakdown. That's not serious. Well, okay. France is apparently running out of money. 20-inch torpedoes. France running out of money. Really? Their naval budget isn't terrible. They do have a huge fleet, though. Massive fleet. Look at that. Austrian economy is larger than the Germans, even in peacetime. Good. The other thing I was wondering... Yeah, just look at Germany. Everybody hates Germany. Oh my goodness. Everybody else actually pretty cordial. Look at that. Britain loved by everybody except Germany. France gets on really well with everybody. Well, not so much Italy, but everybody else Italy really likes the British, but not so fussy about us or the French, but still friendly. You know, us, you know, we like Britain and France. Italy, what on earth? Just... Yep. New funnels. Internals protection. What are we getting? True salvage program 3. Oxy-gas welding. That's still a turbo drive, isn't it? Torpedo propulsion. Gas turbines. Okay. How are we doing construction-wise? 5 months. Tunisia will be finished. The Herman can go on to limited. Sure, he has a trained crew. Feel alright? Yeah, it should be fine in Pula. Oh, I should check my tech spending as well. Yeah, it's all maxed. Oh, and my transport cap has maxed. I was wondering how I had so much money. Yeah, we're no longer able to increase this. If you're wondering what... Oh, this confused me for ages. If you increase it like this, and then you wait a turn, what you'll notice is that it'll kind of reset. Hold on. Germans, they're an adventurous policy that often conflicts with our own interests. Oh, it hasn't reset, but I can't increase it anymore. It's 0. So, yeah, if you wonder why it resets to the middle, that's why it does it sometimes. I think you have to go into a battle and come out again or something. Well, it's just a nice long piece. Come on, building new ships. Right, if you're going to take forever, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.